Kay Franklin has always enjoyed a more adventurous side, whether it was living that out in real life or through books. And she's thankful for her love of reading that has always been a part of opening doors to adventure.
I was an avid reader and still am. So I always liked that. I liked math. Science was probably my least favorite subject.
Kay Franklin was born on January 24, 1947 in San Angelo, Texas. Her parents were Curtis Smith, a store owner and salesman, and Grace Smith, a school teacher. She was a second child with an older sister and younger brother. Kay Franklin has always had a passion for education. After all, she had a great role model, her mother. That strong influence also came from her father, who instilled in Kay that teaching was a noble profession.
Education was really stressed in my household. And I remember many dinner time conversations where my father would say, a woman needs to be able to support herself. You can be a teacher, you can be a nurse, I don't care what you are, and he would always use those two occupations, which maybe had some influence, I'm not sure.
While growing up in West Texas, Kay enjoyed ballet and tap lessons and playing tennis. And she said she couldn't help but embrace the Wild West. After high school, Kay attended Hardin-Simmons University in Abilene, where in 1969 she graduated with a degree in elementary education. That same year, she went to teach at Grapevine ISD in the Dallas area. In fact, she remembers the start of her first day and getting caught in a storm.
First day as a teacher, new district, new classroom, none of the parents knew me, So when I walked in about 30 minutes late with water dripping off my hair and my clothes wet to a totally silent classroom of children and all of their parents ringing the room, just standing there, it is a day I will never forget, trust me.
But it all worked out. Kay taught there for 3 years before moving to Northside ISD's Esparza Elementary. It's also during this time that she married, started a family, and earned a master's degree from the University of Texas at San Antonio. Kay has 2 sons, Tim and John. Her boys are now grown and have their own families. But through the years, Kay says her profession lent itself to a lot of family time.
I guess their experience was much like mine was, watching a mom grade papers, do things for school. But we had wonderful times in the summers and holidays when we had more time.
Kay spent 15 years at Esparza before moving to Scobie Elementary to teach 5th grade.
I loved 5th graders because they had such a cute sense of humor and they were independent and ready to move on.
Her longtime friend and principal at Esparza Elementary describes teaching as one of Kay's greatest strengths.
She was a wonderful teacher. The kids loved her, the parents respected her. The other teachers looked at her as someone they could go to if they had a question about how to do things.
When I became a vice principal, I was at Elrod Elementary for a year and then back to Scobie for a year and a half, and then I was named principal at Fernandez Elementary.
In 2000, Mrs. Franklin was promoted to assistant superintendent for elementary administration. That's when Kathleen Walstrom worked with her and they became lifelong friends.
One of the things Kay did in her professional life that I think was an asset is to listen to people. If someone had an idea or an issue or a problem or there was something not working right, she was going to listen to everything that needed to be said and then move forward with investigating how best to resolve the issue.
When Dr. John Folks arrived to Northside in 2002, he too noticed great qualities in Kay Franklin and selected her to become Deputy Superintendent for Administration.
She was able to work with people, she was able to get along with people, but that judgment, she had as good a judgment about situations and what you needed to do as I think anybody I've ever worked with.
Back then, Mrs. Franklin was Dr. Brian Wood's boss, way before he became superintendent of Northside.
What comes to my mind is Kay's caring nature and her great passion for elementary public education, and her incredible knowledge around that, but just her desire to have high standards for kids, but in a very caring environment.
Working close with Kay through the years, Marilyn Katz says they have shared plenty of fun times together.
We shared a lot of bonds, mainly food. The two of us love to eat, and so we would talk a lot about food and recipes and where to eat in town.
Kay continues with all those friendships even after retiring in 2008.
It was an amazing career for me.
Kay and her husband John now spend time traveling to visit Kay's stepdaughters Emily and Jennifer, who live out of state. Their adventures also include mountain climbing, salmon fishing in Alaska, and African safaris. Kay and John also enjoy volunteering for causes dear to their hearts.
There are a lot of wonderful things about retirement that I've enjoyed, and I look forward now, for part of my volunteer work, to be at Franklin Elementary.
Franklin Elementary is located along the bustling countryside of far northwest Bexar County. The school is home to the Franklin Colts, where nearly 475 students attend, and more are expected within the coming years. Franklin Elementary was built with $18 million from the voter-approved School Bond 2010.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Franklin. It's so nice to meet you.
Since the first day of school, Principal Brenda Gallardo and the teachers have been instilling a vision in the students, and that is opening doors to adventure.
And that's something that we want students to embrace, to be able to, whatever adventure they encounter or obstacles, that they embrace it by giving it their all, maxing out their full potential, whether it's here at K. Franklin Elementary or around the world.
The school library is setting the pace for adventure with an inviting reading area called the Magic River Walk. It transforms the students to downtown San Antonio. It's the perfect setting for Mrs. Franklin to read to the students and pass along her love of reading.
On occasion, Otis even got to join the farmer and the big yellow tractor out in the fields.
The school library also serves as a community library where parents can also check out reading material. The latest technology makes it easy to check out books. The same is true in the cafeteria as students make their healthy food choices. The state-of-the-art technology extends into the classroom with a ceiling-mounted projector, a teacher-assigned laptop and docking station, and the children get hands-on training in the computer lab. Franklin Elementary also comes equipped with the newest security surveillance cameras placed in the lobby and other common areas of the school.
Deposition, chops off the rocks.
There's also plenty of outdoor time at the amphitheater, making it perfect for performances.
Up and down, up and down.
Not too far away, kindergarten students have their own private area with easy access from their classrooms. In the gym, while this may look like playtime, it's a PE class where the children are working on their coordination skills and, of course, having fun in the process. The vibrant colors in the gym extend to the hallways and are prominent throughout the school.
It's an absolutely beautiful school, very welcoming. I like the colors, I like the space, and I think it's going to be a wonderful place for children to learn.
K. Franklin Elementary is a place of learning that is already opening doors to adventure for the Franklin Colts.